Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, rapid fire college football week number 11 recap, where I go through all the games. We're going to get into all of it. Garrett Wilson, Heisman moment. CJ Stroud, Heisman moment. We'll get into it, guys. It's crazy. Ohio State, just the absolute story this weekend, routing Purdue. But let's get into it. We've got some games, starting with New Mexico State and Alabama. And, guys, Bryce Young, this whole Bryce Young thing, it's ridiculous. It's sad. Alabama fans think they can just give Bryce Young the Heisman by letting him pad his stats against the third worst team in FBS. It's ridiculous. It's not going to happen. Bryce Young, what did he have? 2 incompletions, 5 touchdowns. And then at the end of the year, they're going to be like, oh, look at his QBR. Yeah, his QBR was padded against some of the worst teams in college football. Bryce Young should be eliminated from Heisman contention. This is ridiculous, folks. I'm sick of it. New Mexico State hangs in there. They're beating Alabama 3-0. It's a close game. It's almost an upset. Bryce Young, it's complete padding his stats. Bryce Young is eliminated from the Heisman race. You heard it here first. He's been eliminated. Michigan beats Penn State. Just more piss-poor coaching by James Franklin. I don't understand it. Michigan, though, Michigan's a really well-coached team, really good defense. Aiden Hutchinson, you got to give it to him. He's a beast. Michigan has really good pass rushers. We understand that. But Penn State, what are you doing? You're running a fake field goal. Points are at a premium. The story of this game, Penn State, what did they settle for? 3 field goals, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. That's how they got 17 points. You can't kick field goals in college football, folks. You can't kick them. Penn State's kicking field goals. Michigan, they're still in the playoff picture. They're trying to beat Ohio State. We'll see what happens there. Baylor beats Oklahoma. Oh, my goodness. Baylor hammered Oklahoma 27-14. Oklahoma's offense had about 180 yards of total offense going into the fourth quarter. They finished with 260 total yards of offense, their lowest output since 2014, I think. Guys, I don't know if you saw this game. Joel Klatt was pissed, completely pissed throughout this entire game. Oklahoma, I think they're out of the playoffs. I think they're out of the playoff picture. You think about it, they were 8-0, but they were still only ranked 8th, or they were 9-0, whatever. They were still only ranked 8th. You get a loss. They're clearly behind Cincinnati. We expect Cincinnati to win out, so they're going to be behind them. They're going to be behind the Big Ten champ. They're going to be behind the SEC champ. They're probably going to be behind a 2-loss Bama, even if they win out. And, so we'll see what happens there. But Oklahoma's done. Baylor, they already have 2 losses. They're done, but that's a big win for them, whatever. Mississippi State beats Auburn. I just love that Auburn lost. They were trying to set it up, guys. Okay, so I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to set it up to give Bryce Young his little Heisman moment against Auburn and be like, oh, Auburn's a top 12 team in college football, because they had Auburn at 17th right here. And Auburn was winning this game 28-3 or whatever. Auburn ends up losing. Both of these teams are terrible. Mississippi State sucks. Auburn sucks. This is just bad SEC football. But it's great. Bryce Young, his Heisman moment against a good Auburn team. Remember when Penn State beat Auburn playing their C game and they gave Auburn 5 extra downs and they still couldn't beat Penn State week 3? Does anyone else really? Yeah, dude, Auburn is a joke. These SEC football, it's hilarious. Wisconsin beats Northwestern 35-7. I was nervous for Northwestern. I thought they might get shut out. They were able to get a touchdown there. They were able to move the ball a little bit, had about 250 yards of total offense. Wisconsin, yeah, they're just a boring team. They're a boring team. I respect it. Utah over Arizona. I didn't get a chance to watch this game. I don't have the Pac-12 network. So I didn't watch this one. Utah may be looking ahead to Oregon next week. So you know what? They win the game. They were 24-point favorites. Arizona, better than their record maybe. They're 1-8. But you know what? This is why I say we need to expand the bowls. Let a team like Arizona in. If they have a team GPA 2.0 or higher, a team average, just let them in the bowl games. Who cares? They're 1-11. They're a good football team. They nearly beat Utah. These teams, we need more bowls, not less. Guys, the silent majority want more bowls. I'm telling you this. I've said this for so long. Everyone talks about all these dumb NFL fans are like, there's too many bowl games. Everyone gets to the bowl game. No, the silent majority, actual college football fans, yeah, we want more bowl games. It's the silent majority. We want more bowls, not less. If a team has 2 wins, I'd love to see UMass in the bowl, personally. That's just me. We've got Iowa beating Minnesota. Minnesota actually outgained Iowa in this game. I really didn't watch it. I was watching the Ohio State game. So, yeah, the Ohio State game, Ohio State easily covers the spread again. They absolutely rout Purdue. They had 42 points, with about 5 minutes left in the second quarter. It was one of the craziest things I've seen. But what is going on with Matt Barnes? Okay, Matt Barnes, the new defensive coordinator of Ohio State. This is what I was just thinking. Purdue was driving down the field basically every time they got the ball. Now they had a few fumbles, whatever, we'll take it. But it's just like, what are Matt Barnes' credentials to be defensive coordinator at Ohio State? Who is Matt Barnes, folks? Who is Matt Barnes? This dude's the defensive coordinator. He has no credentials. This dude shouldn't be coaching. This dude has no credentials to be a high-level defensive coordinator at a major Power 5 university. And he's supposed to be the defensive coordinator of Ohio State. And we run these bland packages, playing off coverage, letting Purdue do whatever they want. Purdue's quarterback having 400 yards, having about 9 incompletions and 4 or 5 touchdowns. It's embarrassing. We have a terrible defense. I'm sick of it. But Ohio State right now, C.J. Stroud, Heisman statement, 5 touchdown passes. Garrett Wilson, Heisman statement, 3 touchdown receptions, 1 rushing touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 130 yards. Chris Olave, about 80 yards and a touchdown. I don't know the stats exactly, folks. I'm trying to remember them in my head right now. Trevion Henderson, 60-yard touchdown run. Mayan Williams, about 112 rushing yards. Ohio State, about 620 yards of total offense. It is historic, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely historic. So Ohio State gets the win. UTSA beats Southern Miss in an absolute slugfest. UTSA, I'll be honest, UTSA was about 35-point favorites in this game. We're like 33-point favorites. They come back and win. Shout out, Frank Gore's son was on Southern Miss, and he had a nice game. Michigan State beats Maryland 40-21. That doesn't, well, actually, I thought the game would have been closer, although Maryland did throw for about 350 yards. Michigan State's pass defense is terrible. Early line prediction next week, Ohio State -16 at home against Michigan State. People are going to go crazy. They're going to jump on Michigan State, and Ohio State's going to cover because Michigan State gets no pass pressure. Their pass defense is terrible. They're a terrible matchup. They're going to get routed by Ohio State next weekend. That's a noon game, by the way, on ABC next weekend. There's still some games going on. We've got Ole Miss beating Texas A&M. I'm just sick of Texas A&M, guys. I really am. I just don't know about it. What are they ranked 11th right now? They're about to go to 7-3. They'll probably still be ranked like 16th because they lost to a quality team when really all these SEC teams are just average, but it's whatever. Ole Miss gets the win. Notre Dame beating Virginia. I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about Brian Kelly. Once again, I was watching ABC, the pregame, and you just hear Brian Kelly, this Virginia team is so good, and we got to win this game. And it's just like, dude, they don't have their best player. Brendan Armstrong isn't playing. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it with Notre Dame. They're winning 28-3, whatever. Brendan Armstrong didn't play. Let's be real. And how about college football does a better job of disclosing injuries to us? If Brendan Armstrong broke his ribs, you need to tell people that. It's ridiculous. Wake Forest and NC State are in a close one right now. The game's not over. I'm actually filming this at about 10:30 right now. These games, they take 3 years to finish. I'm not going to be up till 5 a.m. trying to record a video out here. It's going to be 3 degrees. The wind chill right now, it's about 10 degrees out. It's about 10 degrees out. I'm trying to record this. I have to record it out here. It's not a good situation. LSU and Arkansas. I don't know how this is a ranked matchup. I guess Arkansas is ranked 25th. 13-13. 3 minutes, 54 seconds left. LSU has the ball at their own 5-yard line. I don't know what that was. LSU has the ball at their own 5-yard. Oklahoma State is destroying TCU. I'm sick of Oklahoma State, and I'm sick of hearing about Bedlam. You know what? I hope Bedlam is on Fox Big Noon. Big Noon can take Bedlam. I don't want to see Big Noon anymore. I'm sick of Big Noon. You guys want to know my prediction? This is my major prediction for tonight, and it'll probably be either true or false by the time this video gets released. I think Washington State upsets Oregon and wins the game. Right now, folks, listen, I'll just prove it to you guys. It's 0-0. In case they do upset, you'll be like, oh, you looked ahead. No, it's 0-0. I'm looking at it right now. I'll click on the game. 0-0. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. No. See, now people are going to say, oh, it's first and goal for Oregon State. I said this before. This is documented. I had Washington State upsetting Oregon. You heard it here first. And then we've got Nevada and San Diego State. and Carson Strong. Who really cares, though? Who really cares? The overall storylines, I would expect Ohio State to move to 3, depending on what happens with Oregon and Washington State. Alabama will probably stay at 2. There's no reason to move them. They faced a bad team or a terrible team and beat them, whatever. You're not going to have a different opinion about them. But other than that, the big news, Oklahoma out of the college football playoff, and then Michigan I'm about to freaking get frostbite. I need to go inside, guys. I seriously need to go inside. I can't do this anymore out here. I can't do it. Michigan gets a big win at Penn State. I don't know how Penn State's not ranked, but these teams like Ole Miss is ranked. I'm watching this game right now. Look at this. Texas A&M's trying an onside kick right now. God, this is a clown show, dude. I'm sick of the SEC. I'm tired of it. Guys, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description.